Hello friends, welcome to the session on C++ programming language. In this session, we'll be discussing about operators in C++ programming language. In this session, we will see what we mean by operators in a programming language, and we will see what are the different types of operators that are available in C++. Also, we will see some examples where we will illustrate how these operators can be used in programming. Friends, as you know that you are viewing this session on my YouTube channel Learn with Prakash Khanade, and subscribe to the channel to see many videos on the subjects of electronics and computer science. So we will start the session with the question what we mean by operator. Suppose you have been asked to make an addition of x and y, and you have been asked to assign the value of addition of x and y to the variable a. Now, instead of writing this statement, if you write it in this fashion, a is equal to x plus y, then you will find that it is more illustrative and it is more simple form of writing instead of writing it in text. So whenever we write some expression like this, a is equal to x plus y, then this plus is being called as an operator, which is an addition operator. X and y, these are the operands, and the value of x plus y is assigned to the variable a. So we can say that operator is a symbol that will tell the computer to perform certain mathematical or logical manipulation. So whenever while writing the program, you need to perform any mathematical manipulation or any logical manipulation, then in that case, you need to make the use of the operators that are provided in that programming language. Operators are used to manipulate the data and variables. So whenever we make the use of the operator, then the data is manipulated and the new value of the data is normally assigned to the variables. And therefore we can say that they are used to manipulate the data and variables. As far as C++ programming language is concerned, one can easily observe that C++ has a rich set of operators. That is, there are large number of different operators available in C++ programming language, and we can classify them into different categories. The operators that are used to perform arithmetic operations, they are called as the arithmetic operators. The operators that are used to perform the relational operations or comparison operations, then those operators are called as the relational operators. It is possible that in C++ we can perform the logical operations as well. So there are certain operators that are used to perform logical operations, and those operators are called as the logical operators. There are different types of assignment operators available in C++. Normally, assignment is used by using only a single assignment, but in C++, you will find that there are variety of assignment operators available. In C++, it is also possible to increment the value of the variable by 1 or to decrement the value of the variable by 1 by making the use of increment and decrement operators. Whenever you want to write any conditional expression, then conditional expression can be written by making the use of the conditional operator, and this operator is also called as ternary operator. C++ provides you the facility by which you can manipulate the data that is stored in the memory, and it is possible that you can perform the bitwise operations. So the operators that are used to perform bitwise operations, they are being called as the bitwise operators. Apart from all these operators, there are several other operators available in C++, and these operators can be called as the special operators. The size of operator, comma operator, insertion operator, extraction operator can be called as the special operators in C++. So in this session, we will see what are the different types of operators, and we will also see some examples of the use of these operators. So let us start the session with the first category of operators, and these operators are called as the arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators are used to perform arithmetic operation such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So in C++, the operator symbol plus is used for addition or unary plus. The symbol minus is used for subtraction or unary minus. The symbol asterisk or star is used for multiplication. The symbol slash is used for division. And the percentage symbol is used for modulo division. So whenever we want to perform addition, then we will use the plus symbol. Whenever we want to perform division, we will use the slash symbol. And whenever we want to obtain the remainder of the division, then we will make the use of percentage symbol. In C++, one can easily find that as far as the arithmetic is concerned, we can have the three types of arithmetic in C++. The first arithmetic is called as the integer arithmetic. The second arithmetic is called as the real arithmetic. And the third arithmetic is called as the mixed mode arithmetic. So when we use the operator and when both the operands are integer, then in that case, the arithmetic is being called as an integer arithmetic. So one can easily observe that both the operands are integer and therefore the result is also integer. Say for example, we can make the use of the integer arithmetic like this, say 55 plus 5. So here both the arguments are integer and this operator is a binary operator which will return the value 60. Similarly, 14 into 4 will return the value 56. 14 divided by 4 will return the value 3 because here we will get the fractional part, but since this is an integer arithmetic, the fractional part will be truncated. When we have 14 modulo division 4, then we will get the result as a 2, which is just nothing but the remainder of the division. Similarly, when we divide 6 by 7, then you will get the result equal to 0 because the result is a fractional value. And in integer arithmetic, the fractional value will be truncated. So one can easily observe that it is possible that you will use some kind of data whenever you perform the integer arithmetic in C++. There is another type of arithmetic, and this arithmetic is being called as the real arithmetic. In case of real arithmetic, both the operands are real and the result is also real. Say for example, 1.5 minus 0.7. So both the operands are real and the result is also real, 0.8. 1.5 into 2.0 is equal to 3.0. 6.0 divided by 7.0, the result will be a fractional number 0.857143. Now one has to note that this percentage operator or modulo division operator can be used only with integer arithmetic and it cannot be used with the real operands. It is also possible that you can perform the mixed mode arithmetic in C++. That is when one operand is real and the other one is the integer. Then in that case, the C++ will return the result and this result will also be a real number. Say for example, 15 divided by 10.0. So one argument or one operand is integer, the other one is the real, and we will get the result is the real 1.5. Now we will go for the relational operators in C++. Relational operators in C++ programming language are used to make any decision. So whenever we want to make any decision or whenever we want to write any condition in programming, then in that case, you can make the use of the relational operators. The relational operators in C++ are less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, and not equal to. So these are the different operators that are available in C++, and these operators are used to perform the relational operation. So whenever we make the use of the relational operators along with the operands, then that expression is being called as a relational expression. And a relational expression will always return a value which is either true, that is a non-zero value, or it may return a false value, and the false value is being treated as a zero value in C++. Say for example, whenever we write a relational expression like this, 10 less than 20, then we know that the value of the 10 is less than 20, and therefore it will always return a true value. Or 10 equal to 20 will return a false value because we know that 10 is not equal to 20. So observe that a single equal to is used as an assignment operator in C++, while the double equal to is being used as a equal to operator in C++, and it will return either a true value or a false value. Now we will go for the logical operators in C++. Logical operators are used to perform logical operation in C++ programming language. There are three commonly three commonly used logical operators in C++ programming language. The first operator is the logical and this logical AND operator is represented by a symbol double ampersand or double AND symbol. Logical OR is being represented by the two vertical lines, and logical NOT is being represented by the exclamation symbol. So AND, OR, and NOT, these are the most basic type of logical operations, and it is possible that you can perform these operations while writing the program. Now, whenever we make the use of the logical operators along with the operands, then that expression is being called as a logical expression. And like the relational expression, a logical expression will also return either a true value, which is a non-zero value, or a false value, which is a zero value. Now, it is possible that we can perform the different operations on the operands, and we can perform or we can write the truth table for the logical operators in C++. So this logical AND operator will require the two operands, operand 1 and operand 2. When both the operands have a non-zero value, then the operation will return a true value, that is 1. And when any one of the operand is 0, then the AND operation will return a 0 value. Similarly, the logical OR operation will return a 1 value when either one of the operand is a non-zero, that is true. And it will return a 0 value only when both the operands are false, that is when both the operands are 0. The NOT operation will not require two operands, but it will require only one operand. And whenever the value is non-zero, then it is a negation operation. Therefore, its result will be 0. And whenever the input is 0, then it will return a 1 value or a true value. There are different assignment operators that are available in C++. Assignment operators are used to assign a value to the variable. For example, we can have a single assignment such as a equal to b, where the value of b will be assigned to a. But apart from that, we have the different versions of assignment operators such as plus equal to, which can be the same as a plus equal to b or a is equal to a plus b. Similarly, the minus equal to operator can be used as a minus equal to 3 or a is equal to a plus 3. So star equal to, this is just nothing but a star equal to 7, or it is the same as a is equal to a star 7. Slash equal to, which is a slash equal to b, or it is the same as a equal to a slash b. Modulo equal to, it is just nothing but a modulo equal to 5, or it is the same as a equal to a modulo division 5. So there are different versions of this assignment operator, and once you practice writing programs in C++, then the programmer always find it suitable to make the use of the such shorthand assignment operators while writing the programs. Now we will go for another type of the operator, and these operators are called as the increment and decrement operator in C++. These operators are used to increase the value of the variable by 1, or they are also used to decrease the value of the variable by 1. Say for example, we can make the use of the increment operator. Increment operator is written as plus plus. So we can write the argument either before the operator or after the operator. So plus plus a will increment the value by 1 and then use the new value of a. A plus plus will increment the value, will use the value of a and then it will increment the a by 1. Minus minus b will decrement the value by 1 and then it will use the value of b, and b minus minus will use the value of b and then it will decrement it by 1. So for example, we have written a short code where we can illustrate how to make the use of the plus plus a or a plus plus, similarly minus minus a or a minus minus. Suppose a is equal to 5, initial value of a, and suppose we have written a statement integer x is equal to 10 plus a plus plus. Now one can easily observe that the value of a is 5. Therefore, the value of a will be added into the 10 and the value of x will become 15 and then the value of a will be incremented so that it will become 6. In this example, the value of b is 5 and therefore it is incremented first, that is it will become 6 and then it will be subtracted from 10 so that the value of y will be 4 and b will be 6. In the third example, the value of a is equal to 12 and this 12 is being added into the 8 and then it is decremented by 1. Therefore, the value of x will be 20 and a will be 11. In the fourth example, one can find that b is equal to 4 and then y is equal to 9 divided by minus minus b. Therefore, b will be subtracted by 1, that is it will become 3 and then 9 will be divided by 3 so that we will get y is equal to 3 and b is equal to 3. So from these examples, one can easily observe how it makes a difference when we use the increment operator before the operand or after the operand. Now we will go for the conditional operator or ternary operator in C++. The conditional operator is being written as question mark followed by clone. This operator is an operator which has 3 arguments. Normally, an operator in C++ will have 1 argument. This is called as unary operator. If it has 2 arguments, then this is called as binary operator. But this is the operator which will require 3 arguments, and therefore this operator is being called as a ternary operator. Now the ternary operator is used like this. Suppose we have written a statement variable is equal to expression 1 question mark expression 2 colon and expression 3. Then you will find that the value of the expression will be evaluated first. If it is true, then the value of the expression 2 is evaluated and this value will be assigned to the variable. But if the value of the expression 1 is false, then the value of the expression 3 will be evaluated and this value will be assigned to the variable. So for example, if I write a small code where we are inputting the grade and then we are checking the value of the grade. If the grade is greater than or equal to 60, then we are declaring the result as passed. Otherwise, we are declaring the result as failed. Now, there are another type of operators, and these operators are called as the bitwise operators in C++. The bitwise operators are operated on the binary bits. So we know that whenever we store any form of data in computer memory, then this data is being stored in the form of 0 and 1. And if you want to manipulate that 0 or 1 which is stored into the memory, then it is possible that you can manipulate it by making the use of the bitwise operator in C++. There are different bitwise operators in C++, such as ones complement, then right shift, then left shift, then bitwise AND. Bitwise AND makes the use of the single AND, bitwise OR, a single vertical line, and then bitwise XOR or exclusive OR. Now, these are the different examples where we can make the use of the different bitwise operators. Say, for example, these are the 2 numbers where they are represented in the binary form. And if I perform the bitwise AND, then you will find that the bitwise AND operation will take place. 1 and 0 will return 0, 1 and 0 will return 0, 0 and 1 return 0, 0 and 1 will return 0, 0, 0 will return 0, then 1 and 0 will return 0, and only 1 and 1 will return 1. Similarly, this is the example of bitwise OR. In this case, when either of the bit is 1, then the result is 1. And if both the bits are 1, then the result is 1. In the bitwise XOR, one can easily observe that if the bits are different, then the result is 1. And if the bits are same, then the result is 0. Similarly, 1's complement will replace the 0 by 1 and 1 by 0. Similarly, the right shift will shift the binary bits to the right side by 3-bit position, and the left shift will shift the binary bit to the left side by the 3-bit positions. So as we have seen, there are different operators that are available in C++. Some of the operators can be called as the special operators. Say, for example, we have a comma operator, we have a size of operator. Apart from that, there is an operator which is being called as an insertion operator. And this operator we always need to make use of with the object cout. So whenever we want to send some data to the screen, or whenever we want to display something, then we can make the use of the object cout. So the general format is cout, and then you make the use of the insertion operator, and then you can write some expression or some variable. Say, for example, when I write cout insertion operator 5, then the 5 will be displayed. If I write it 4.1, then the 4.1 will be displayed. If I write anything in the double apostrophe, then the string will be displayed. And if I write \n, then the control or the output will be transferred to the new line. There is another operator, and this operator is being called as the extraction operator. Extraction operator is normally used to extract, that is to get the value from the standard input device like keyboard. So this operator, we make the use with the object cin. So for example, when I write cin extraction operator and some variable name, then you will find that whatever the number that you type on the keyboard, then that number will be assigned to the variable number 1. So thank you, friends, for viewing the session. Hopefully you have understood what are the different operators and how we can make the use of these different operators in C++ programming language. Thank you all for viewing the session.